Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to the Samaritan Paradox. So, we're failing and having to reset at autosave, so we have to take the pictures while we're here, open the confessional, and then we don't use the close, but we push the button to make it green. And then we walk in the confession booth. And we're hoping that's all I need to do.
Knock, knock.
And
oh, I guess you're already seated. Ready,
comes in.
Pastor?
So now I pretend to be the pastor of this cult-like church.
Yes. Got a technical glitch with the bells, Pastor. For whom the bell tolls and all that. All right. It's the usual story, really. I try to keep what you say in mind, but it's really hard, actually. I'm not gonna say I'm losing hope, but, well, it's difficult. We have a shipment now, and I can't help but ponder, you know? Am I responsible for how that stuff is being used? He keeps reassuring me that whatever those dictatorships do with the goods is their responsibility. And, I mean, if we didn't want people to use weapons, why the hell is our government and Fosorb so damn happy about producing them in the first place? I apologize for the swearing, Pastor. It's not like those pieces can be used for deer hunting or whatever they have down there. Do they hunt camels? And if I didn't do it, they'd find someone else. That's how it works. I have to say, Pastor, I'm really thankful for your support. And your sermons on sin and morality and all that, really inspiring. Sometimes when I think of what my father would have said, you know, he built that fishing company from scratch. If he would have known how it would end up, I really need to hear your comforting words. Anyhow, I won't steal any more of your precious time, Pastor. I despise myself and repent in dust and ashes.
Your sins are forgiven.
Sorry? Oh, okay. So I'll take my leave then. Yeah, okay. See you next week, Pastor.
So, this is kind of a weird game set in Sweden, in a Sweden that exports guns, and unless I just don't know something, I don't think the forever neutral company of Sweden, maybe I'm confused. Maybe I'm thinking Switzerland? Yeah, I think I'm confusing Sweden and Switzerland. That's a really stupid mistake to make. Yeah, well, whatever. I don't know. Maybe Sweden does export a lot of weapons. Maybe it doesn't. It just seems odd. Like, if you were going to talk about gun running, I think you'd probably, from somebody who's in the United States, probably said it in the United States. That would make a lot more sense. As an activist, let's talk to them.
Save the sea otters, please. Have a brochure.
So now we've got this new brochure. Keep walking, call this number. 3 signals, hang up, then meet me at Iron Square. Okay. So can we go to Iron Square? Apparently so. It would be slightly quicker to go to my own apartment and make phone calls, but whatever. Let's call the activist. 1, 2, 3, click. And we'll talk to the activist before we turn over the information we found. Let's see, fountains. 5 continents. And here's Glenn's. I guess I'm supposed to go to Glenn's. And here's the activist, and here's a patron, and here's a water closet. And here's a rocker, and a couple interesting music. Here's a bar. Let's talk to her.
Excuse me.
Hey there.
Hello.
Can we help you?
Meet Axel. He's been trying to pick me up unsuccessfully for some 20 minutes.
What the hell? I thought we had something going here. We were having a conversation.
Well, you suck at conversing. You're just spewing out lots of pseudo-intellectual garbage that you think will impress me.
So why the hell did I just spend 20 minutes here?
If I turned you down, another one would fill your position. So you could just as well stay.
What? You're just a stupid bitch. And that dork. Is that your date or what? Is he gonna fill my position?
Hey now, I haven't...
Am I too smart for you? Just because I was talking about difficult or pseudo-intellectual stuff? Like the categorical imperative by Hegel, was that too hard for you? Or was it Aristotle's myth of the cave? Oh, I know, Rackham's razor. Was that more than you could handle?
Let's see. Which one of this? Actually, Rackham is a character in Tintin. Let's go with that one. I don't know if any of these are right.
Actually, the Rackham is a character in Tintin.
What?
I think you mean Occam. Occam's razor. Rackham is a character in Tintin.
Of course I fucking meant Ockham.
But Tintin is good too.
Yeah, I like Tintin.
Okay, screw this. I get it, you're just winding me up. So long, suckers.
There.
We didn't need
we
a
had to get rid of him, and he wouldn't have
screen
left
wipe
that night.
from that.
Okay.
By the way, you're 5 minutes late.
You said the Iron Square. The Iron Square is out there.
Yeah, it's freezing outside, so I'm waiting in here.
Okay. Well, now I'm here.
Good. I'm Anna.
Ord Salomon. So, how are the otters doing?
No idea. Ord, I have to ask you, are you investigating Jonatan Bergwall's death?
No, I'm not investigating you. Once you're brunette, I want to ask that question.
Weren't you a brunette?
Correct. This is my bar persona. You saw my animals' rights persona. I've already been black-haired on Fardo, so now I've run out of disguises there.
I don't think I'm investigating his death, no.
No, I'm not investigating his death.
But you are working for Sara. That much is clear. And you're walking around Fardo asking questions. So you're investigating something. Has it to do with his strange riddles and puzzles?
Could be.
Ah, so Sara hired you to see if Jonatan's riddles and mind games actually meant something.
Why do you wonder?
I happen to investigate his death myself, you see. So I thought we could trade information.
Well, as I said, I'm not involved in that.
I see.
Why are you investigating his death?
Patrick wants to make sure it's really a suicide. Life insurance issues, you see.
Who's Patrick?
Oh, that's right. Sara probably hasn't mentioned him. Patrick is Sara's brother.
Oh, you're right. Sara hasn't mentioned him.
They don't have any contact. And contrary to Sara, Patrick is rather interested in their father's life insurance, which never paid out due to his suicide taking place less than 2 years after the insurance was purchased. The police won't look into the case further, what with the authentic-looking suicide note and his introvert obsessive nature. So Patrick hired me.
Interesting
I'm a private
twist.
detective.
But you're stuck now.
I am. But man, there's a lot of things going on here behind the curtains. Anywho, if you'd happen upon anything suspect, would you mind sharing it with me? I'm sure there's something I could offer in return.
We'll see.
This is the best place to find me.
So let's look at these people and see if we can talk to any of them. We can talk to this guy.
Hello there. Sorry to disturb you.
So interesting. We can talk to this guy, and he's reading one of Bergwall's novels. But I think we're very possibly done with this area. There we go. Did we just get coins? So maybe we give the coins to the rocker. I hope it doesn't actually change the music.
Hey, take this coin.
That does change the music. Oh well. And so we get this book now. Death awaits, a real page turner. So what if we give another coin to the rocker? And we just believing that she's an actual private detective, I suppose. And we're gonna have to just come back later. Let's see, let's put a coin in the fountain. New inventory item added. Well, that didn't do anything, but it did give me a achievement, so whatever. Guess it's time to exit. Exit, exit, exit. Where was the exit? It's over here. So we can go back to Cooper Street and talk to this guy now. It seems like they're not conflicting investigations, they're just overlapping investigations. Give the camera the organ. Maybe I just talk to him.
Hey, Jorgen.
Yep.
I've taken the photos about you.
Who do you work for?
I freelance, but I mostly write for Sub Rosa. And you? What do you do for a living?
I'm a cryptologist, among other things.
How interesting. So you crack codes and such?
Yes.
Any particular kinds of code?
The kinds I find. I tend to find them often.
What's interesting is that this feels like this could be the beginning of a whole trilogy of games, really. As long as our main character here doesn't die at the end of this game, he could maybe get a job with the newspaper, or at least have enough connections with the newspaper to get another adventure put in his lap for another game or two.
I've taken the photos you wanted.
Good. I really doubted you'd pull it off, but I'm glad I was wrong. I seldom am.
I bet.
So, Jonatan instructed me to give you this walking cane.
Okay, thanks. I guess. Will it open the bunker?
In one way or another, it will, yes.
And then I don't think we have anything really to ask about. Oh, we actually do have several things.
I listened to an interesting confession today.
Uh-huh.
I tricked Stig, the owner of Wyver Exports, into confessing his sins for me.
Well, I prefer to know as little as possible about things that don't concern me. I have to say I'm intrigued.
He confessed making shipments for Fossorb.
Then it's as Jonatan suspected. Wyvern Exports acts as a corporate front.
Please, explain.
Fossorb, as I'm sure you know, is the state-owned weapons manufacturer, but but our government prefers not to export to dictatorships overtly, so they employ strawmen to do it for them.
So, Winevern Exports is actually shipping weapons to shady dictators on behalf of Fossorb?
I don't think
It seems
strawman's
so,
the
yeah.
right term
I
there.
have to say, Ord, you didn't strike me as the guy who
You should have said false
fronts.
fronts.
You struck me more as a bookworm, frankly.
I'm glad I surprised you. Anyways, aren't you interested in investigating this yourself? Could be quite a scoop.
I don't have the resources for such an undertaking at the moment. But if you should stumble upon any compromising material, you can leave it to me. It would be a great scoop.
Thanks. I probably will.
You'll be given due credit, of course.
That doesn't concern me.
Let's ask about him maybe being murdered.
Wouldn't that be something? But sure, that old geezer made tons of enemies. Of course, his suicide note speaks against that theory.
It's not that hard to copy someone's handwriting. I mean, I doubt the police cared enough to conduct a proper forensic analysis. But would you say Jonatan was ever suicidal?
No, not really. Before they found the body, there were moments I actually thought it was just a big publicity stunt. But hey, you never really know what goes on in someone's head. Especially not Jonatan Bergwall's head.
And let's ask about Patrick. And that's not relevant.
No worries, buddy.
So, let's go to the Bergwall estate. We have some conversations we really need to address. We need to find out if Patrick really exists and what Sarah's side of the story would be about that. Also, we need to look at the walking stick. Base or some metal pegs that could be used as a key. Okay, so we know what to do with that. That goes at the top on the sundial.
Hello there.
Hi!
I've spoken to Sara. She says she's moving Signy to a hospital, and that she'll sell the house.
Yeah, we've talked about that. I guess I saw it coming. I'll stick around and help her pack and finish up here, then I'm off. I will miss them, of course.
We'll talk again before you leave for good. See you later.
Bye, Ord!
Well, and that's...
Hello there.
That just ends the
Hi.
conversation. Let's see. Do you know anything about Fossorb? Nope. Do you know anything about maybe Jonatan being murdered? Nope. Do you know anything about Patrick? Nope. Okay.
See you soon, Ord.
I imagine there isn't going to be 20 more notes like that. That seems like just a little too much to have to scroll through. Do you know anything about Fossorb? Do you know anything about
Your
maybe...
brother has hired a private detective. She thinks there are reasons to believe Jonatan was murdered.
Oh, really? I don't know what to say about that. Sure, he had a lot of enemies, but to think that someone murdered him? The suicide letter looked authentic to me. What makes that detective think it was a murder?
It seems strange that someone would purchase a life insurance and then kill himself before it would cover a suicide.
What if she killed
Considering
him?
that I've so far never received a penny from my father, much less a proper inheritance, it doesn't seem so strange. And even if he didn't plan to make his life insurance useless, such things are not always under your control.
Like, it would make a lot of sense why she's just having a random stranger investigate for her. If she was the murderer and she's trying to stay away from scenes of the crime.
Yeah, I never mentioned him. Maybe I should have. My brother broke up with the family and went his own way. I know he had a conflict with Dad and grew to hate him. I don't think he's got anything against me, but for some reason he just avoids me and Mother.
Do you think he knows about the book? About how it might unlock your father's fortune?
That's possible, but he's never visited the house or the cottage on Fardo to search for it, so I don't know how much he cares.
What does he do, actually?
I have no idea. I think he's some kind of consultant. I know he's often abroad for long periods.
Okay, so he works for Fossorb,
I try my best to help.
it seems. If I was just to guess. And this paints the mysterious brother as very possibly the killer. Let's talk to Magnus.
Magnus here.
Hey, it's me.
Ord, my friend.
I gotta go. Take care.
Take care, mate.
Nothing new in that conversation. So I think you only have one phone conversation per day with your friend. Still really no reason to go back to your apartment. So we use this here. And then if we look at the riddle, from dusk till dawn. When is dusk till dawn? 6 to 6. So 6, 7, 8, all the way up to 5, I guess is what we're gonna do. Hmm. 12, 1, 2, 3. 2. So no clockwise or counterclockwise here, and since that made a noise, let's see if the opening is open now. I didn't think we were really gonna get in the bunker. Why would it click right then and not continue? Nine. This time. Seems to be waiting for a click that a move has been registered. I can turn the cane as much as I want as long as I don't let it stay long enough for a click. So looks like there's something missing in the hole. Click. Maybe I just need to click, wait until it clicks each time. This is an odd puzzle. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the way around. When is dusk or dawn is the real question. In Sweden. It should be something like 6 to 6. I think we're gonna have to travel. I think we're gonna have to travel back to either his bunker or his house and look in his library. Just for that extra bit of information. Like, random book in the library for random information, which is very helpful. And have a quick look. Book on art history, music theory, the explanation of an octave. A book about chess. Can you place 8 queens on the chessboard so that no queen threatens another? Yes, we can. Bible, a bookmark is placed in the Book of Revelation and the Four Horsemen. Each one of these is a hint. And that didn't help. Maybe I'm missing something else. Like, travel to the bunker, come up here on the roof. I think I may have figured this out. So, gear move. Let's look at this calendar and then flip it from dusk till dawn, and the last date is August. Rather calm morning, but strong currents to the northeast. Let's see. Compass on the hole. That won't help me solve the riddle. Are we missing something? Missing a pointer. Dusk till dawn. Let's see. If the sun is coming up and rises in the east, sets in the west, let's say that that's true, then this should be the east because the shadow would point here. I'm lost. I'm rather lost. Like, we tried everywhere. Everything. And it just doesn't seem to make sense. I think I'd be willing to... The last date is 20. I think I might be willing to just cheat here. Like 12 plus 6 is not gonna work. And 20 doesn't equal 20. And this isn't like a combination where it's 1, then 5, then... Let's see, how many would that be? 6, 7, 8. 1, then 5 steps, and then 8 steps. I mean, we can try. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, and then 5. Like, if this is a combination, it's 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Like, I guess you could go in military time. 13 would be 1 in the evening. You couldn't do that. This would be 3 in the afternoon, which would make this 6 in the evening. And then 7, and then 8. So you could do not 1 o'clock. Well, you could do 1 o'clock in the morning through 5 o'clock, and then 6 o'clock in the evening, and 7 and 8. Click. And then click. 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 And that's it, really. That should have worked. Well, we've actually made it rather far in the game without having to need to cheat. For a point-and-click adventure game I haven't played before, this is alright. There's no other real lead, however, right now, so I am just gonna have to cheat now. That's gonna be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.